With Reynolds Wrap, cooking becomes so easy, you can feel like the chef of your kitchen. Easy prep, easy cook, easy clean. Reynolds Wrap.
Right now at 6, Joplin schools make sure kids have something to eat during the summer months.
And we've got some scattered showers and storms out there. Nothing in Joplin yet, but it is on the way. We'll take a look at that forecast, get you out the door coming up.
Plus, food truck workers in Joplin find ways to cool off while serving up a hot meal.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Well, good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News. It's 6 a.m. I'm Elise Snowe.
I'm Chris Warner. It is now Wednesday, July the 3rd. Almost time to celebrate officially.
Right.
Treason Day.
Oh,
that is my favorite meme on Facebook because I'm like, I feel it, and I like it, though. I like it. I like saying it like that. I'm sure back then, the British did not necessarily like Treason Day so much. It was probably not their favorite holiday of the year for a while, but...
we'll get a kick out of it now.
We do. We're celebrating our independence. It's not just that, though. We also take time to remember those who are serving and who have served
absolutely
since that point.
Yes.
To ensure that we can continue to celebrate our freedom. So we thank everyone out there for serving and for keeping America free.
Yes.
It's not always perfect.
It's not always treason.
Free. No. We haven't committed treason here lately.
No,
at least not that I'm aware of. But we do have some showers and thunderstorms. Mother Nature will be committing an act of treason tomorrow because it's too early in the morning for this. We do have thunderstorm chances at the worst possible time tomorrow. We need the rain. It just came at an inopportune time. We're going to talk about Thursday's forecast in detail here in just a moment, but first take a look at the Skywatch Storm Tracker. We're still seeing showers and storms continue to fill in across the area. Starting back, I'm going to move this up just a wee bit with this activity. Now drifting north of Howard near Twin Grove. Fredonia, you're getting in on it. Chanute, you will probably be next as these slowly make their way off to the north and east. And then as we head back, here we go. Back into Cherokee County, we've got this thunderstorm south of Columbus. Nothing strong, nothing severe. We got a heavier rain shower into Craig County on the Missouri side. We've got just this little line of showers and some thunderstorms out there. Continuing to lift off to the east-northeast. Now to Oklahoma. Got this one over Veneta now. We've got this guy here. We've got a new shower going up near Nowata. And all of this is part of this complex that's going to bring us more scattered showers and thunderstorms through the morning. Unfortunately, despite the rain, despite the clouds, it is still going to be hot. Now, even if you don't have a heat advisory in place, you could still see heat index values today up to 105. But where those heat advisories are in place, mainly south of I-44, we are looking at heat index values potentially up to 110 degrees once again. Well, those scattered showers and storms, but because we'll have breaks in those, that's why we'll have that opportunity to still get quite hot out there. We're already hot, as if it wasn't hot enough this morning. Iola, the cool spot at 73. The rest of us, for the most part, upper 70s and low 80s. And as we go into the afternoon, we're looking at highs about the mid-90s. Scattered storms, some could be strong. Low-grade severe, large hail damaging winds, the primary concern. And then we've got that dangerous heat on top of everything else. We have another chance again of thunderstorms at the worst possible time tomorrow, but some of those could be severe as well. We're going to break down all those details in the full forecast a little later. Elise?
All right, we'll see you soon. Well, a new report shows traffic fatalities have increased by 25% nationwide over the past 10 years. But over the past 2 years, fatalities have dropped by 5%. In this area, Arkansas has seen the biggest drop in fatalities, down 12% from 2021 to 2023. In Oklahoma, they're down 9% over those 2 years. In Kansas, fatalities are down 8%. And in Missouri, just 2%. The Transportation Research Group TRIP highlights some efforts to reduce crashes, including educating drivers about dangerous habits, making vehicles safer, and improving roadway designs. Well, Joplin Public Schools are offering free summer meal services at the Joplin Public Library every day through August 13th. Their goal is to help kids in need avoid food insecurity during the summer when students don't have access to daily school lunch. They'll be serving lunches like sandwiches and chips, and students must be 18 or under, though they don't have to attend a Joplin school to qualify for the free meal.
The last day of school might be their last meal that they receive for a while because of the absence of school lunch. So that's why we partner with the library to come here. We partner with Joplin Family Y as well.
Lunches at the Joplin Public Library will be served from 11 a.m. to 11:30 or while supplies last. This summer weather is creating even hotter kitchens in food trucks. Food truck workers at Ghetto Tacos in Joplin say the heat is manageable as long as it's being pushed out by split air conditioning units. The co-owners say they originally worked from a tent instead of a food truck. Now, 7 years later, Ghetto Tacos has a fleet of trucks and even a brick and mortar restaurant in Webb City with proper air conditioning.
We started under a tent and we used to push our cooker, and we had a trailer where we pull it all down, and then it was like 500, I don't know, it was really heavy. It took 3 people just to lift it.
Ghetto Tacos was featured on the Food Network's TV show Best Bite in Town in April. And that's a look at this morning's top stories and weather in our first 7 minutes coming up on the KOAM Morning News. Most of the car dealerships impacted by a software blackout are back online. Plus, growing concerns among Democrats over President Biden's debate performance last week. And Chris Warner returns with another look at your Wednesday forecast. You're watching the KOAM Morning News. We'll be right back. Topping Nation Watch this morning. Most of the car dealerships impacted by a nearly 2-week-long software blackout are back online. The blackout that knocked almost 15,000 dealerships offline occurred after 2 cyber incidents that targeted software company CDK Global. The hack brought orders, sales, and tracking to a standstill at dealerships that rely on CDK. But after many announcements and false starts, the company says operations are phasing back in ahead of schedule. Analysts say dealerships could have lost millions of dollars more if the blackout had gone a full 3 weeks. Northwestern University's law school has been hit with a lawsuit challenging affirmative action. The complaint was filed Tuesday by a group of conservative legal activists called Faculty, Alumni, and Students Opposed to Racial Preferences. It alleges that the private university's Pritzker School of Law in Chicago discriminates against white men in faculty hiring. The lawsuit also claims that of 21 faculty positions made in the last 3 years, only 3 went to white men. It claims the law school is in violation of federal anti-discrimination laws by hiring less qualified people of color and women. Northwestern spokesman John Yates says the university would vigorously defend itself. Well, growing concerns today among Democrats over President Biden's debate performance last week. At a fundraiser last night, the president blamed the amount of foreign travel he did in the weeks leading up to the debate. Already, one sitting congressman called on the president to bow out, with other Democrats now also voicing concerns. Jared Hill has the latest from New York.
In a CBS News exclusive, Vice President Kamala Harris forcefully pushed back on calls for President Joe Biden to drop out of the 2024 race.
Look, Joe Biden is our nominee. We beat Trump once, and we're going to beat him again, period.
It comes as questions mount from within the party about his fitness to serve another term following a rocky first debate. Yesterday, at a fundraiser, the president offered a new explanation, blaming his poor performance on nearly back-to-back trips to Europe and California in the weeks before, and telling attendees, "I didn't listen to my staff, and then I almost fell asleep on stage."
We understand that it was a bad night. He knows how to do the job.
Tuesday, White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre said it was a cold and that he's not suffering from something more serious. Tuesday, 77-year-old Texas Congressman Lloyd Doggett became the first sitting Democratic member to publicly call on Biden to bow out.
We must have the strongest possible candidate, and I don't believe that's Joe Biden.
Other Democrats are also voicing concerns.
I was pretty horrified by the debate.
He needs to make sure that the American people have confidence in his ability to run for re-election.
Now President Biden is trying to shore up more support. Later today, he's set to meet with a group of Democratic governors, and he has campaign rallies, a TV interview, and a solo news conference scheduled in the coming days. Jared Hill, CBS News.
Now to President Biden's opponent, former President Donald Trump. The New York judge has postponed next week's sentencing in the so-called hush money case to September at the earliest, while he weighs the implications of the U.S. Supreme Court's recent ruling that grants presidents immunity for official acts. Now to look at some of today's top national stories, here's Chris with a look at your forecast.
Yeah, we've got a few scattered showers and thunderstorms out there this morning on the Skywatch Storm Tracker. Nothing strong or severe at this point, but that could change as we go later into the day. And we've got this complex off to our west that's going to bring us more scattered showers and thunderstorms throughout the day today. We also have rain chances, unfortunately, for the 4th of July. And we'll take a look at all the details in that forecast when we come back.
A Kentucky dog is proving where you start doesn't determine how far you can go. Peanut Butter went from being a stray to training for search and rescue. Now animal control staff and volunteers are working to get Peanut Butter prepped for her new role. Alexis Merton reports.
What history does the dog have? We have no idea. She's about a year and a half old, so we have no idea what life she had before she came here.
John Bloomfield is the director and animal control officer at the Pendleton County Animal Shelter. He says the National Disaster Search Dog Foundation reached out seeing if he had any dogs fitting their criteria for search dogs.
So they were looking for golden retrievers, and they're looking for other dogs in that kind of a breed. And dogs that have a little bit of higher energy and are able to be trained.
Bloomfield says he believes Peanut Butter, a stray dog rescued in April, fits the criteria to be a search dog.
So she'll be a dog that will help search for possibly missing kids, other animals, and possibly people who are in a collapse area and things like that.
The McLeod family volunteers at the shelter, and their 13-year-old son, Saxon, is Peanut Butter's handler, training her at his family's home.
I've been just playing fetch with her and trying to get her ready for it.
After Peanut Butter completes certain tasks, they will send video proof to the organization to see if Peanut Butter will be accepted into their search dog program.
It would mean a lot because then she could get out of the place she is in now and live like in a bigger place.
Bloomfield says like many other shelters and rescues, Pendleton County is at full capacity. Having an alternative to adoption and fosters like the National Disaster Search Dog Foundation could help shelters deal with this issue.
For a dog to be able to do this and to go through this training process, it's unbelievable, especially here in Pendleton County.
Bloomfield hopes that Peanut Butter's story will encourage people to give stray dogs and shelter dogs their second chance.
People think that certain dogs are bad dogs or because of their breed or anything else that happens, and that why I look at it is every dog needs a chance.
Bloomfield says they are about to move facilities so they can help more dogs like Peanut Butter find their second chance. Now here's Chris with a quick look at your forecast.
Yeah, we got some scattered thunderstorms out there this morning. More on the way. We'll have another look at the forecast and how the 4th of July is shaping up when we come back. Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News. It is now 6:20 on this Wednesday morning, and we are looking at the Skywatch Storm Tracker because there's some stuff on it. These are scattered showers and thunderstorms across the area. We've got this line branching from a bigger complex off to our north and east, stretching all the way back down in Oklahoma. We've got new development that's been taking place across parts of southeastern Kansas, and on top of all that, we've got this to get through as well, which will bring us more scattered showers and storms. So let's start here in southeastern Kansas. We're going to start south of Chanute, just west of Erie. We've got these showers, and you can see the lightning strikes. There are little embedded thunderstorms here. Fredonia getting in on some of the end of that shower, and then Twin Grove, north of Howard, getting in on some shower and thunderstorm activity as well this morning. And then we're going to take this thing back down to the south and east into Cherokee County. We've got this little shower storm that's now right over the station, just exiting Columbus, stretching down into north central Ottawa County. So we're talking Commerce, North Miami. Got a little shower into parts of Craig County. We've got this line again, Joplin. It will eventually make its way here. You can see in the sky get darker because you got a thunderstorm off to your west. Lamar now getting in on the action as well. Stockton, you had rain earlier. You have more on the way. And then we have the line again, Miami. You're going to get some showers soon. Veneta, you are getting showers. Dry back to the west of that for now, again, in our immediate area. But you can see we've got more showers and storms off to our west. And you can see these guys going. Nothing strong, nothing severe at this point, but that could change. We do have a risk for some strong to severe thunderstorms later today. We have a low-end risk for hail across most of the area, and then a low to elevated wind risk. That elevated wind risk seems to be more likely with another batch of showers and storms that'll develop later this evening after about 6 and then slide off to the east rather quickly. So let's take a look at the future track. Again, we're going to have these storms scattered through the day, so it's going to allow us to still get quite hot, especially south of I-44, where you're going to see a little more sunshine than the rest of us do, which is why we have those heat advisories down there. Scattered showers and storms, some of these, again, strong, low-grade, severe. This is the complex that's going to bring that elevated wind risk after 6 into southwest Missouri. We'll have, again, some showers overnight, couple of thunderstorms in our far northern counties, and then by about 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, this complex still showing up, and this one could bring some damaging wind gusts, so it's one we want to watch very closely, especially since it's coming in through at the wee hours of the morning. We'll have a few lingering showers and storms by 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. Those will exit, and the majority of our 4th is going to be hot and dry as we climb back into the upper 90s. Then by 5, here comes a cold front. There's the wind arrow shift. And here comes scattered thunderstorms, and then these are expected to intensify, and we're looking at a severe threat for our Thursday as well. Unfortunately, though, take a look at this time, 7 o'clock. Yeah, we're getting close to fireworks time for a lot of folks, a lot of communities, and a lot of folks probably planning to be out at these events already. You're going to want to keep an eye on the forecast. Make sure you have the KOAM Skywatch weather app because it'll also alert you if lightning's detected in your area because that's just as dangerous as the storms themselves. And this complex will continue through the late evening hours, so for folks from, say, the 69 corridor east, right at fireworks time, maybe still dealing with ongoing thunderstorms, some of which could still be severe, and they won't really exit the area until after about 11 o'clock. So you got to make sure you're prepared for this. Make sure you've got some plans in place, a place to go if you're out at one of these events and you get caught in a storm, because we are expecting severe weather. We have an elevated risk tomorrow, damaging winds, large hail, the primary concern. There's a look at those heat advisories. Our southern counties through the late evening hours, heat index values outside of that up to 105. Down there, we're talking upwards of 110 again. There's those thunderstorms off to the west in Joplin. 81 feels like 86. Around the area, temperatures warm, save a few cool spots. Iola and Yates Center at 74. The rest of us, upper 70s, low 80s. Heat index values, upper 80s. We did have low 90s as early as 5 o'clock this morning, but we've eased up just a bit. Scattered storms through the morning, upper 80s by 11 o'clock, ahead of highs right around the mid-90s for most of us. Upper 90s tomorrow. Cold front cools us down tomorrow night into Friday. It's a short-lived cool down, though. Heat returns into the weekend, as do thunderstorm chances. That is a check of your forecast. Now, this is Elise with a check of Health Watch.
All right, thanks, Chris. Well, a healthy diet in midlife could influence quality of life later on. That's according to a new study by the American Society for Nutrition, which found people who maintained a good diet in their 40s were significantly more likely to be well-functioning physically and mentally at 70 and beyond. Researchers found diets rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and healthy fats were significantly more likely to have healthy aging. Well, people who use e-cigarettes were less likely to get important cancer screenings. That's according to a study published in JAMA, which found this was particularly true among individuals who had quit smoking combustible cigarettes. That's despite emerging research suggesting e-cigarettes can contain probable carcinogens. And new artificial intelligence could help in cancer therapy. Researchers at Australian National University developed a new tool which works by predicting, a patient's messenger RNA profile in determining what treatment could be most effective. The tool DPT was trained on over 5,500 patients and across 16 cancer types, including breast, lung, and pancreatic cancers. Let's look at Health Watch. We'll be right back. Right now at 6:30, folks in Crawford County got out on the water to enjoy some pre-Independence Day festivities.
We've got scattered showers and thunderstorms. The skies over Joplin darkening as a thunderstorm getting ready to roll in. Nothing severe right now. That could change later today. We'll have a look at your forecast, get you out the door coming up.
Plus, folks in Joplin took the opportunity to come and light up the city.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Well, good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News. It's 6:29. I'm Elise Noe.
I'm Chris Warner. It's Wednesday, July the 3rd, and we, of course, are live on KOAM and streaming live on KOAM Plus. It's exciting. It's such a weird world.
It
that
really
we stream
is.
everything now.
I know.
I mean, I remember when KOAM in Joplin, before it was Cable One, and now it's Sparklight, I remember we had 33 channels.
Yeah.
And then they increased it to 40. And they added some cool channels. Like you were like cable was like the thing. You were wealthy if you had cable. Yeah. Now you're wealthy if you've got like 18 different streaming services because there's Amazon Prime, there's HBO Max, and
anything and everything all of the time.
Yeah, and it's so hard. That's the thing though, is even now on streaming services, there are times I'm just scrolling through everything just like I would on the TV channels. Nothing to watch on occasion. It just happens sometimes. You can't find anything. Nope. But you can watch us, and we're always exciting.
Oh, sure.
Of course we are.
Yeah.
We're something. And we've got showers and thunderstorms out there. So see, that's an even better reason to watch us because you need to know where the rain is, where it's going, and how much more we're going to see. And this is the Skywatch Storm Tracker showing us those scattered showers and storms all across the area, really. Starting into southeast Kansas, we got this guy that is just exiting Twin Grove north of Fredonia. Got this bigger cell south of Chanute, but getting ready to roll into Erie. And then we've got this one down into Cherokee County. This is what we're seeing from the cameras in Joplin, that dark sky. Just nothing severe, but a little thunder shower getting ready to roll in, just exiting Columbus, getting into Commerce, North Miami down there as well. We got this activity to our east, which is part of the catalyst for this whole line that stretches back down into Oklahoma, all the way down to Veneta, Miami, some showers, and then even though it's dry out west, take a look even further west. More showers and storms developing, and these will continue to push into the area, giving us scattered showers and storms through the day. Heat advisories in our southern counties through the late evening hours. In our southern counties, you're expecting a little more sunshine, and so it's going to get a little hotter. So heat index values down south up to 110. Outside of the heat advisory zone, could still see those heat index values up to 105. So we'll have breaks in these scattered storms. That's why they're scattered. And that'll give us an opportunity to heat up, and they'll continue again through the day into the evening, and some of them could be strong, low-grade severe with some large hail damaging winds, the primary concerns. A little cooler in Iola and Yates Center. The rest of us upper 70s and low 80s this morning. Highs today right around the mid 90s. Again, our southern counties could go upper 90s, and we'll have those scattered thunderstorm chances continuing through the day into tonight, and they're going to return tomorrow as well. We'll talk more about when they're going to return and what you need to know for the 4th here in just a few more minutes. Elise?
All right, thanks, Chris. Well, folks in Crawford County got out on the water to enjoy some pre-Independence Day festivities. The Friends of the Crawford State Park group hosted their annual Lake Blast event. It featured plenty of food, live music, and was all capped off with the fireworks display off the dam.
Actually a community out here. We just have a great group of people that work together, neighbors, friends, family, and we all work together and pitch in, and we just have a blast, BSing with each other and selling burgers.
Volunteers will be out this morning around 8:30 cleaning up after yesterday's event. Then on Friday and Saturday, the Friends group will host music on the patio, events from 6 to 8 p.m. Well, just in time for Independence Day, a brand new Old Glory. Arvest Bank in Joplin yesterday was the site for the latest flag swap event sponsored by KOAM and Fox 14. Anyone with an old tattered American flag could come out and swap it for a new one absolutely free. The old flags will be retired according to the U.S. Flag Code.
To get to interact with so many people in our community and also have that opportunity to help people properly dispose of the American flag that is no longer useful and help them put a fresh new one up. And it's great to drive around the community and see all these fresh new flags out flying.
And if you missed yesterday's event, mark your calendar. The next one will take place on August 28th at Wesco in Neosho, Missouri. Well, some folks in Joplin took the opportunity to come out last night and light up the city. The event, hosted by the Hope City Church, featured food trucks, fireworks, and a fun family atmosphere. Event organizers say they're excited by how much the event has grown over the years.
Yeah, it's grown. I mean, each year we've done this for several years, and each year it's gotten bigger and bigger. And so it takes more work, takes more people. Newton County, Joplin Police have been awesome to help us with the event. EMTs, fire, they've just been great. But in all of it, man, just seeing the people come out and celebrate tonight, it's a great night.
Event organizers say the high point of the night for them is bringing families a good time. And that's a look at our top news stories coming up this half hour on the KOAM Morning News. Gas Buddy predicts that nationwide gasoline prices will hit a 3-year low just in time for the holiday season. And rain chances return. We'll have what to expect with Chris Warner in the Skywatch Weather Center. You're watching the KOAM Morning News. We'll be right back. And Consumer Watch this morning. Before the fireworks go off on Independence Day, plenty of people will get the holiday started with a backyard cookout. Bradley Blackburn headed to the grocery store to find out how much all that food could cost this year.
At the Stop and Shop in Clifton, New Jersey, shoppers are filling up for the 4th.
Family, backyard time, grilling time, hanging out with friends. Who doesn't look forward to the 4th? It's the summertime.
And family favorites are on the menu.
All the things for him to make his famous macaroni salad.
Even though inflation is easing, it's still being felt.
When we get the final bill, it's like sometimes it's sticker shock.
Overall, grocery store prices are up about 1% from last year, but that's compared to about 4% at restaurants. So cooking at home can save some dough. Hamburgers are a July 4th staple, and while the price of ground beef is higher this year, lettuce, tomatoes, and cheese are less. Wells Fargo puts the average price to make a classic cheeseburger at $2.19 each.
When you look at making that burger, it's just about where it was a year ago.
Economist Michael Swanson says lower potato prices mean potato salad is cheaper, and beer is only up 1.2% from a year ago.
To see it down to 1.2%, that's pretty normal inflation.
But dessert could be bittersweet. Cupcakes are 5.6% more than in 2023. Swanson says shop around for the best deals. Many stores will discount certain items to get people in the door.
But they don't put everything on sale. So you really want to make sure that you find what you want where you want it, but don't throw a lot of things in your cart just because you're there, because you might not be getting the bargain that you think you are.
One way to get more bang for your buck on the 4th. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, Clifton, New Jersey.
The Federal Trade Commission is challenging Tempur Sealy's proposed acquisition of Mattress Firm in a deal that's worth $4 billion. The agency says a merger of the two bedding giants would suppress competition, raise prices, and result in possible layoffs. Both companies said they are disappointed in the FTC's action, adding that they believe the merger will ultimately go through. Well, here's another reason to celebrate this 4th of July. Website Gas Buddy predicts that nationwide gasoline prices will hit a 3-year low, averaging at $3.49. That could mean serious savings for the more than 60 million Americans who are expected to hit the road this week, according to AAA. But also some sobering news ahead of the nation's birthday. A little over half of Americans still believe the American dream is achievable, according to a new Pew Research Center study. That's the belief that anyone can get ahead through hard work and determination. The divide is more stark when you factor in age. More than 60% of those over 65 said the American dream is still possible, while only 39% of 18 to 29-year-olds agreed. A lottery for a 3-bedroom house in Kennebunkport, Maine, priced at just a fraction of its market value, fell flat. Only 6 people applied for the chance to call it home, and Nora Hogan reports.
There are strict eligibility requirements, and only half of the applicants qualified. The lottery winner was randomly chosen from those 3. The program, run by Kennebunkport Heritage Housing Trust, offers affordable houses to working families and seniors.
When I was speaking to a mortgage broker for one of the people who did apply, she was talking about how grateful she was to finally have an applicant that she could say yes to.
Executive Director Larissa Crockett was expecting between 20 to 80 applications.
So we know that there was interest. We know that there were lots of people learning more about it. What we don't understand is why fewer people applied than we were truly expecting.
Recent studies indicate that more than 84,000 new homes need to be built to meet our state's housing needs. When houses do become available, they're frequently out of reach. In Kennebunkport, the average home is valued at $1.12 million.
There may be a temptation for folks, especially that are hesitant about having workforce housing in their community, to use this as an example of, oh, well, people don't even want those homes. We know that that is not true. We know that we need to do a better job making sure that we're getting the applicant pool that we think that this process really should be resulting in.
As the trust works to add more houses, Crockett is going to work with her team to try to figure out why more people didn't apply for this opening.
And that's it for Consumer Watch. Here's Chris with another look at your forecast.
Yeah, we're going to start with a look outside from this bee. There is a bee's nest on our camera at the Cornell complex, and so far it's just the one bee. And as you can see, it really seems to enjoy the camera. But we've got some cloudy skies out there because we've got scattered showers and storms. So thankfully, we don't have giant bees infesting the city. Our camera 7th and range line, take a look at that. We got a little bit of a rainbow out there on the camera at 7th and range line against the dark skies from showers and storms rolling in. MoDOT camera 32nd and range line. Folks getting their day underway. Otherwise, we're still dry in Joplin, but it is right on your back door. So we'll start real quick into southeastern Kansas. We've got this little guy right over Erie now. We've got this thunderstorm. Some showers south of Chinook, Coyville, just north of Fredonia. And then if I back out of the way and drag this back down, there's that thunderstorm that's getting ready to roll into Joplin. Just got through Columbus, got a little shower also east of Chautauqua. I got this line of storms developing, or it's already developed from Stockton, Lamar, and again back down toward Carthage and Joplin, getting that rain on the way. It trails all the way back into northeastern Oklahoma, but it's a little bit more sporadic on the shower activity out there across northeastern Oklahoma. But don't worry, we've got more on the way as this complex will continue to lift off to the north and east and will continue to bring us opportunities for scattered showers and storms across the area. Heat advisories are southern counties again to the late evening hours. Heat index values to 110. And again, scattered showers and storms out there, and we'll have enough pauses in between that we're going to get hot. And down south where those advisories are, so you're going to see a little more sunshine, may even go into the upper 90s, and that's why those heat advisories are in place. And we do have that possibility for some strong to severe thunderstorms today as well, and tomorrow. We're going to talk about that here in just a moment. We'll also celebrate birthdays and anniversaries, but first, here's what's happening on CBS Mornings.
Hello to you, I'm Gail Kane. Coming up on CBS Mornings, Tony takes Nate to the ballpark to show him his love for baseball. Tony loves baseball. They got to learn from the best, and Tony gets to see if he still has it. Something tells me that he does. It's like a little boy. That's coming up on CBS Mornings.
All right, time for some Wednesday birthdays in the 4 states. We're starting in St. Paul with Joey Gard celebrating birthday number 1 with love from Grandma Janice and Grandpa Roy.
And over in Carl Junction, a happy 7th birthday to Wyatt Norfelice. It says, happy birthday, your family loves you.
And in Moran, Kansas, we've got Anderson Carr celebrating birthday number 15, with happy birthday love coming from Mom, Dad, and your little sister.
And over in Joplin, a happy 16th birthday to Jacob Tatum.
And we've got Nathan Thomas in Columbus celebrating birthday number 25. Happy birthday, Nathan.
And over in Oswego, a happy 30th birthday to Lake and McKenzie.
And we've got Ben Hutto in Columbus celebrating birthday number 34. Happy birthday, Ben.
And over in Pittsburgh, a happy 77th birthday to Peggy Yeager. It says, we love you from Pat and Lisa, Mike, and her fur baby Wendy. Have a blessed day.
And we've got a 60th anniversary for Larry and Sharon Utley over in Iola. Very happy anniversary to the Utley family.
And over in Fairlane, a happy 27th birthday to Caitlin Handrich. It says, happy birthday wish to Aunt Caitlin from your favorite niece, Riley Oakley.
And in Columbus, Pete Wiles celebrating another year wiser. Happy birthday, Pete.
And over in Carterville, a happy birthday to volleyball.
And last but certainly not least, Tommy Martin Bonneroff in Crestline, our neighbor down there, celebrating birthday number 77. A very happy birthday to you. Says happy birthday from the CCRH class of 65. And of course, we love celebrating birthdays and anniversaries with you, and I know you love celebrating with us as well. If you want to, what do they need to do, Elise?
Go ahead and submit your birthdays and anniversaries to birthdays@koamnewsnow.com. Be sure to include any photos and birthday messages that you so desire, and to, of course, include the day of your celebration when submitting.
Yes, that is to make sure that we get the birthday on the air on the right day, because it's no fun if we have it on the wrong day and you're not looking for it, you know? I want to take a moment and show you this. This is from our camera at 7th and Rangeline. So we got the dark skies off to the west, but we also have, it's a little harder to see on here, but we have a double rainbow out there. So nice, beautiful start to the day in terms of that, at least. It looks very pretty out there. I like that. It's actually been growing as this little thunderstorm gets a little closer to Joplin. So pretty neat. MoDOT camera 32nd and Rangeline. It is cloudy. It is dry still, but this storm right on your back door, Joplin, and still dry down in Neosho. But again, more showers and storms expected for us today. Here's a look at that. Now, look at that line of storms now. Again, getting ready to roll into Joplin. We've got another thunder shower here just to the southeast of Chanute, right over Erie. So you're getting some good rain, probably waking up to a little bit of thunder out there. We got this shower trying to refire north of Fredonia. And that's what these have done. Some of them, they die out and then they start to flare back up again. Nothing strong or severe this morning by any means, but nonetheless, a few thunder showers out there. And this line again stretches all the way back down I-44 into northeastern Oklahoma. Joplin, get ready for that rain. And here it is, Stockton. You're getting ready for a second round. Lamar in the thick of it now, getting ready to exit. Jasper, you're in it right now. And Carthage, you are up next. And there's that line stretching back down toward Veneta. A little more broken back into northeastern Oklahoma. However, that is not going to be the case for long, as we've got this bigger complex of showers and storms that'll be rolling in, and we're going to be dealing with scattered showers and storms for the majority of today. Now, some of those storms, though, could be strong, potentially severe, so we do have a low risk for hail across most of the area and a low to elevated wind risk. This wind risk seems to be primarily associated with a thunderstorm complex that's going to develop, say, around 6, 7 o'clock this evening in southwest Missouri and quickly slide off to the east. But while it's here, could bring some damaging wind gusts. In addition, because these storms are scattered, we're going to have an opportunity to heat up, and we're expecting a little less rain initially in our southern counties. In fact, you can see we're getting some sunshine, so you guys may go into the upper 90s as far as heat advisories, heat index values to the south up to 110. The rest of us still could reach 100 to 105. These thunderstorms, again, some of them could be strong, low-grade severe as we go through the day. And then here's that complex that'll develop over southwest Missouri later this evening and very quickly slide off to the east, leaving us a few showers. Then that same thunderstorm complex we talked about yesterday, still showing up on the future track. So we're looking at the possibility, at least with this one, with maybe some damaging wind gusts out of this as early as 2 o'clock Thursday morning, so tomorrow morning. It'll roll on out of here. It'll have a few trailing showers and storms behind it in the morning, and then by about mid-morning, that's done. And most of our fourth is hot and dry. Unfortunately, we have a cold front coming in. Now, we need the rain. We need some cooler temperatures, but it's picked the worst possible time. Thunderstorms begin developing by late evening across the area. These could be severe with large hail and damaging winds as well, but as you can see, here we are at 7. We got thunderstorms across the area and into parts of Kansas, so 69 corridor and east. At fireworks time, could still be dealing with strong to severe thunderstorms. They won't really exit until 11, so if you've got some plans, make sure you got a safe place to go. If you're going to a community event, make sure you're keeping an eye to the sky. We'll have one more look at your forecast news you need to know in just a moment, and when we switch to Fox 14 at 7 a.m., we're going to meet a man who's the talk of the town because of his unusual traveling companion.
Well, here's a check of today's top headlines, the news you need to know before you head out the door. Joplin Public Schools are fighting the fight of food insecurities by offering kids under 18 free summer meals at the Joplin Public Library every day through August 13th. They will be serving lunches such as sandwiches and chips, and students don't have to attend a Joplin school to qualify for the free meal. Lunches at the Joplin Public Library will be served from 11 a.m. to 11:30 or while supplies last. And Hope City Church hosted Light Up the City yesterday. The event featured food trucks, fireworks, and a fun family atmosphere. Event organizers say they're excited by how much the event has grown over the years, and event organizers also say the high point of the night for them is bringing families a good time. Well, KOAM and Arvis Bank teamed up for the flag swap yesterday. Anyone with an old tattered American flag could come out and swap it for a new one for free. The old flags will be retired according to the U.S. Flag Code, and the next flag swap will take place on August 28th at Wesco in Neosho, Missouri. And that's to check up today's top headlines, the news you need to know before you head out the door.
And as you head out the door, some scattered storms this morning, scattered storms through the day. Some could be strong, low-grade severe with large hail damaging wind gusts, highs mid-90s. Heat advisories in the south, heat index values across the area anywhere from 100 to 110. Thunderstorms through the evening and overnight back into the low 70s. And then we'll have those storms continue into the morning. Most of Thursday is dry, and then we have that cold front coming in. That's going to end up bringing us those showers and thunderstorms just in time for the fireworks. So again, make sure you've got the KOAM Skywatch weather app. It alerts you to lightning nearby, and make sure you have a safe place to go if you get caught in one of these storms, because they could get pretty nasty tomorrow night.
Oh, that's no fun.
No.
All right, well, coming up today at noon, we're making pushcart onion sauce in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
I'm really curious as to what that is. Well, your morning news, he comes up, we've talked about it before, most interesting names. Well, your morning news continues on KOAM with CBS Mornings. America has had a love affair with baseball for centuries. Ahead on CBS Mornings, Tony DeCopel took Nate Burleson to the ballpark to show him why baseball, not football, is America's favorite pastime.
Or you can switch on over with us on Fox 14, where your only local morning news continues. This morning, we'll hear from the Penguins athletic group as they join us in the studio to talk about what they have going on.
And Francis Graves from the Kansas State Research and Extension Office also joining us for another Wildcat Wednesday. That's going to wrap it up for us for now. We'll be back here tomorrow morning at 5 a.m.
And we'll see you today.